Okay, so the first thing you want to be doing is go and open your internet browser. Now we recommend you use Google Chrome. It's fast, doesn't take much memory from your computer, and the fonts and graphics will look much nicer for you. So the first thing to do is navigate to Tributes.To. Just type Tributes.To into your browser window, click return, if it's not already your homepage, and then Tributes.To loads. Now scroll down to the bottom. If you're not logged in already, you'll see the login option. Click on login. It will take you to your login page. Enter your details. Click on login. It will go away. And then it brings you straight into My Tributes page. So this is where you can see the first page is the ability to add a tribute. Okay, so let's go and create a tribute. So you're in Add a Tribute page in the tab Add a Tribute, and the fields are pretty straightforward to fill in. If you put in all capitals, then capitals will follow through into the tribute itself. So we recommend you just use normal fonts. So in this case, you can see that we're using capitals at the beginning of the name, and then the rest are not capitals. Okay, so if you have a preferred name, then you can use that box there, obviously. If the preferred name was very different, so let's say in this case her preferred name was Liz, you would put in Liz, and then she would be referred to as Liz throughout her tribute. So you'll see in the donations tab it'll say please make a donation to Liz. In the anything where it's automated names would put in that preferred name. If, for example, her preferred name was May, i.e. her middle name, what we recommend is that you put preferred name May and you don't bother with the middle name, and then the tribute will read Joan May in inverted commas or in speech marks, Joan May Hoff, and then all the things would refer to May as opposed to Joan. Again, you'll see all of this as you start playing with what it looks like in the tribute. So just something to note out. Obviously not everyone has a preferred name, but if you are using preferred name, then note that that is the name that carries into the automated text. If it's not the preferred name, then the first name carries forward into all the preferred text, or into all of the automatic text. Okay, now let's choose the date of passing. Once you click into the box, a selector will automatically appear, and you simply choose the date of passing. Okay, so in this case we don't have age at death or year of birth, but let's just show an example. If you type 86 as an example, then unless she died on her birthday, then you can go back and select her date of birth. It just takes 86 off her date of passing, or you can click in that box and a box will come up and you can choose which date. But in this case we don't have, so we click create. Okay, so it tells you a tribute's being created, and then it automatically takes you to the page where you can start to manage the tribute. Okay, so you're automatically taken to this tribute creation, and you can see that an address has been created. If you click on that, you can actually go and see that this tribute's being created. It will open up in a new window, and you'll see it's been created, Joan May Hoff, but it's completely empty because obviously we haven't filled in anything yet. Okay, so that's a nice check just to make sure it's all done. And it's still in draft status, so that won't be live on your site. Okay, you can choose whether to include in in your listings, so whether to include the obituary on the Harry Tome site. You can see include in an obituary listings. If you keep that include, it will show. If it says exclude or not include, then it won't show on the Harry Tomes website. And then you have the option to be able to search using search engines for the particular tribute, or keep it hidden from those search engines should there be a particular request. Okay, so now you can go in and write the homepage text. This can be an exact copy of the obituary, or if the family has other words and they want to be a little bit more expressive and they're not so restricted by text, you can basically write whatever you want in here. There's no cap on the number of letters you can use or the different formatting you can use. It's basically just a typewriter. You type in here how you want it to display. And you've also always got the ability to update it, so should the family not have words to start with and then they choose some words later, then that's something that you'll be able to update. So I'm just putting in the words from the obituary in this one. I tend to leave off the funeral service and the donations because that's in the separate tab, so we just write the touching remarks in the text box and then leave the rest of it. So I'm not going to put funeral flowers only, family flowers only, we'll just leave it at that. Okay, and then click update text, and now that has been successfully updated. Okay, if you now go and visit the tab and the tribute and refresh that, you'll now see that it's got the words. So that's how immediate it is. Okay, let's go back to the tribute management page and handle donations. So click on the donations tab, and then if you want to accept online and check donations, just click that. Go into the box and type the charity name. And then click on the Find Charity button, and up comes a new screen, and you can see it right at the top. So you select the one you want, click Select. That then automatically comes back into the page, and all the text is carried over from the Macmillan Caring locally. You can see that your checks, the address is automatically populated, and the charity page text which we've created is automatically created in memory of Joan, so the first name or the preferred name carries forward, as I was mentioning before. If you've said check, it will automatically say please, you can also donate by check. If you haven't put check, it won't use those words. Okay, so you can also show the total donated on the tribute just by clicking show or hide if you don't want that shown. You can show donors' comments, so when people make a payment online, they're able to make a comment which you can show on the tribute, or again you can hide those. Any of the text is adjustable, so if you wanted to slightly change the charity details text, you can do that. Click the update text button. Similarly with any other charity page text, should you want to make a particular comment or remark that the family have chosen, why that charity has been chosen, again you can go in there and write whatever you want. You've got automatic text there to start with, so you basically have to do nothing, but if you want to change that text or the family's asked for any changes, then it's very straightforward to do that. Within that, you press the update button, and that's all you need to do. Okay, and the very last step is to click the button at the top once you know that you've got all your details. Off it goes and creates the charity page. And this is sending all of that information to Just Giving and setting up a Just Giving web page. You're given an address. Not that you need to worry about that, but if ever you wanted to check that it's okay on the Just Giving site, you can click on that link and you'll see that a Just Giving tributes page has been created. It's carried in all of that information that you've put onto the your My Tributes. It's carried over the word, it's got the name, it's carried over the photo. If you had put a person's photo in there, it would carry that across, and it automatically carries over your logo with your web address. And it also shows that you're part of the Tributes.To partner. Family and friends would normally always go to the funeral tributes and able to make donations online, but this just allows you to check that the Just Giving site is as you want it to be. All of the information that you've created in the Tributes page, in My Tributes, gets carried across to Just Giving. Okay, last tab now, funeral details. So you click on the funeral details tab and you'll see a number of drop down boxes. At the moment it defaults to showing the funeral tab. You can change any of these. You've got funeral service, remembrance service or other. You have automatic locations associated with your funeral directors. Then if you click on the date and time, similar box to what you've seen before, click on the date, 30th of January at 1 o'clock. Drag those, that makes sure that you can't have a mistake in terms of the format. Click select, and now you have the details. You're able to enter any funeral notes, so you may want to say family flowers only, please. And then once you click on update, then it'll tell you that that's updating and completed. Okay, success, details updated. Similarly, you can do the same for committal, and even if you have a committal at the same venue, it's always useful to update the type so that you've got a funeral record of whether it's a cremation or a burial. Again, this is a best practice for your funeral management system and using this as a database. Okay, once you've got that looking as you want it, you can just change any of that text. Then you can go back to the Home tab, click on Home, and you can see that currently the status is draft. So you can now move it to live. Click on Update Tribute. And now your tribute is live on your Harry Tome site. So if you click back into the tribute to check it, you now see that it's got home with the text as the right, because you haven't got a birthday, it's just got the deceased date. You've got a donations tab and you have the ability to donate, so you can click on that. It generates automatic text, generates online, also automatically creates the information to where to donate by check. You see all the names carry across automatically. It carries across your funeral home's address automatically. Click on funeral details and all of those things you set up. So you've got Bournemouth Crematorium. Beautiful here is you can now link direct to the Bournemouth Crematorium. It's automatically set up. So that easily works. Close that. Also links directly to your website. So should they want to go direct to your website, you can there. The notes that you've already put in, nice branded logo. Your website opens up. Now let's go and have a look at your tributes. You can just click on your Tributes tab. And there we have it. Joan May Hoff, the last one to be updated, is now at the top with the words as the initial text. You click on details. That takes you to an exact replica of the tribute, but obviously branded within your brand colours. Donations tab. And lastly, funeral details. It's taken about 15 minutes to take you through this in some detail. Once you're familiar with it and you've got used to it, it takes about 5 minutes to create a tribute. That's from setting up the home text, creating your charity page, informing of the funeral details, and then automatically posting to your website, to your tribute page. 5 minutes. Have a play with it. You can't go too wrong with this. Anything you need to amend can be amended. If you need to take a tribute down, you can delete it. So you have complete flexibility, unlike an obituary in the paper where you're fixed once you've gone past the publication deadline. Okay, good luck. If you have any questions or comments or feedback, please email me at fdsupport@tributes.to.